What the?
Roll the dice, baby. It's Ashley on the damn fucking
What are we
beat.
saying, man? Another stream, another day, and we're thankful, right? Ain't we all thankful? You know, you're here, you're pulling up in the stream, right? You're pulling up in the stream, you're watching the afterlife stream. Like the video, man. Don't tell me you weren't raised with manners, right? Even if it's false morality, right? You're raised with some morality, right? Even if it's false, right? You were raised to show that you're thankful and to show love, right? So why you're not showing love to the stream, at like the video, right? Comment on the video. Let me know what you think, right? Show some compassion. Show some compassion, right? Show some compassion, right? Weren't you raised right? Right? You're coming into my house. Like, it's the stream. You're pulling up. You're taking your shoes off, right? You're taking your shoes off at my door. You're coming in. I'm feeding you. I'm literally feeding you. Right? I'm giving you food. I'm actually feeding the poor, right? So the poor can rely on themselves at some point in their life, right? So rely back on the teacher, right? So I'm feeding you, right? Like the video, right? Show some compassion, right? All right. Wait, where you telling me you're raised by animals? Huh? You're raised by animals? That's what you're telling me? And it makes sense, if that's the case, right? Makes sense. Makes sense why you're raised by animals, right? Give me a second. I'm getting this chat. Okay, back on. There we go. Right. You're telling me you're raised by animals and you have no decorum, right? Which is understandable. We're all in the fallen nature. We're all in that uh, what do you call it? Nature of the devil, right? Until you're ready to overcome. Until you're ready to overcome it. No? What do you think? You're in that animal nature, that survival instinct, like animals, right? You're trying to survive, thinking about yourself, and you'll do anything to get what you want. You will do anything to get what you want. Is that how you're living like an animal? You'll do anything to get what you want, right? Because that's that's the nature that it's not the nature you were born with, but that's the nature you were given after you were born, right? That's the nature you adapted. You see, you were born in the light, but you adapted the darkness, right? Now you're in the darkness, and it's nothing but evil and self, right? And people might tell you, oh, you're not you're born as a male, but they're telling you, no, it's okay, you can be a female, no one is judging you, you can be a female, right? You can even have kids still, but what they're not telling you is that they're lying to you, right? Because they don't want you to feel bad, right? But they're not realizing, by lying to you and not telling you the truth, you're actually there judging yourself and you're judging them, right? They're actually so. How can you go back to the light, right? When no one is there to point the way back to you, you're trapped in darkness, right? And in darkness, which is the animal state, right? Which is of evil, which is of the devil. That's the nature that you have adopted, right? You have adopted their mindset, their ideology, their identity, right? And it really has nothing to do with them, right? But the evil, it has everything to do with you, to do with you, with your to do with you, what is within you, right? It's within you, but you're reacting to the outside, right? Because you're judging, because you can't help yourself, because you're lost in the darkness that you have adopted, which is judgment, which is guilt, which is resentment, which is hatred, which is it is a drug. And the biggest drug is judgment, right? Because it feeds you good things just so it can set you up, so you feed into the bad emotions and the bad thoughts, right? It sets you up to destroy you. It sets you up so you can be happy. So it sets you up so it can make you feel bad. So now you're on a roller coaster ride and you don't know how to get off it, right? Because everyone else is experiencing the same thing. Everyone is experiencing the same darkness that you're in. No one is better than anyone, and everyone is struggling and facing the same issues that you're facing. But yet they think they're better than you. Yet they think they're different than you, right? Yet they love to be in your darkness, right? They're in your darkness because they're like, oh no. To make you feel inclusive, to make you feel like you're part of society, right? We're gonna lie to you. Right? We're gonna lie to you and tell you can be a man. If you're born as a boy, you can be a girl. If you're born as a girl, you can be a man, a boy, right? They lie to you, so they can keep you in darkness, so you can stay in darkness with them, because darkness love company, right? And I got a great video to display that. So regarding the mass shooting in Canada, right? Allegedly, according to this report, right? I think it's the earlier report. It says 10 killed, including the suspect, right? I thought it was 6 dead and 25 injured. I don't know, but let's hear what the report has to say. We're gonna listen to the report, and the report was 1 day ago, right? This report was 1 day ago, and this is from Fox 26 Houston. What the? Houston, we got a problem over here, buddy. We got a problem, right? So this is what is happening regarding the mass shooting, right?
A rare school shooting rocked a remote northern Canadian town on Tuesday. Multiple people, including the shooter, were found dead at the Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, located about 600 miles northeast of Vancouver.
This is a devastating day for a close-knit community, and the loss being felt. Community.
What the?
And the
Hold on.
About
This is a devastating day. Devastated, right? It's devastation. You better.
A rare school shooting rocked a remote northern Canadian town on Tuesday. Multiple people, including the shooter, were found dead at the Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, located about 600 miles northeast of Vancouver.
This is a devastating day for a close-knit community, and the loss being felt is profound.
2 more bodies were found in a nearby home, and police say they're connected to the school shooting.
Police are conducting further searches of other homes and properties to determine whether anyone else may be injured or otherwise linked to today's events.
The school has only about 175 students, grades 7 through 12, and police say they were on the scene within 2 minutes of getting the first reports of the shooting. Officials believe the shooter, a female, acted alone, leaving police and the local community searching for answers.
The people
That's crazy.
of Tumbler Ridge remain in a state of crisis following one of the worst mass shootings in our province's and country's history.
Canada has strict gun control laws, and school shootings are extremely rare. The last one happened a decade ago.
It makes us think about...
Listen, I want to go back just a little bit here. You know, when she's like, "This is a devastating shooting, right?"
Day
Devastating shooting.
for a close-knit community, and the loss being felt is profound.
2 more bodies were found in a nearby home,
Wait.
and police northeast of Vancouver.
So the two body, allegedly, according to report, the two bodies that were found, right, is the mother and father. If I'm not, I think, right, is the mother and father. If I remember correctly.
This is a devastating day for a close-knit community, and the
This is a devastating day. Like, how is this affecting you? I mean, maybe because you're in this investigation, right? I don't know who this person is, but and for the community and for other people, like how, like what? It's crazy.
loss being felt is profound.
2 more bodies
The loss being felt is profound. They're up here acting like they care. They don't care one bit. It's just a performance, right? Performance.
were found in a nearby home, and police say they're connected to the school shooting.
Police are conducting further searches of other homes and properties to determine whether anyone else may be injured or otherwise linked to today's events.
The school has only about 175 students, grades 7 through 12, and police say they were on the scene within 2 minutes of getting the first reports of the shooting. Officials believe the shooter, a female, acted alone, leaving police and the local community searching for answers.
The people
A female. I told you they don't care, and yet they this is the government, right? They create laws and certain things to govern the country, and they're up here putting on a show or showcase personality for you to feel some type of way about this incident, right? To make you think they care, but they don't care. Listen how they talk about the shooter, right? And how they present this case, right?
of Tumbler Ridge remain in a state of crisis following one of the worst mass shootings in our province's and country's history.
Canada has strict gun control laws, and school shootings are extremely rare. The last one happened a decade ago.
It makes us think about our kids' safety when they're going to school. We take it for granted. You go to school, you come home safe. And events like this give us pause.
It's not clear yet how the Canadian government will respond, but previous mass shootings resulted in stronger gun control measures. And just last year, Canada added almost 200 new gun models to its list of banned assault weapons. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
What a mess, right? What a mess. Canada has the most, strict gun laws ever, right? And they're putting a pause on this because we take for granted going to school and be able to get home, or go to your job and you're able to go home, right? You take all of that for granted, right? And these people are sitting up here, saying off these nice words to comfort you, make you feel like, we're worried about you people, right? We're worried about you. We're the government. We're supposed to be the one taking care of the country and putting laws in to make sure, stuff like this doesn't happen. But do they actually care? In my eyes, they don't care one bit, right? That's just what I see, right? Because they're going to make even the gun laws more stricter, right? How's that going to help you? How's that going to help you? They're acting like guns are, they're up here acting like guns are the issue. Guns are the problem, right? We're gonna make it even more strict, right? Like that's gonna solve anything, right? What a mess, right? And we have a video here of the suspect, right? Canadian mass shooter at mental health crisis, and authority gave him hormones instead of help. Like they're like, you have problems, okay? You have problems. Here's some hormone to make you feel better, right? Here's some hormones. This is gonna make you feel better, right? The history of mental illness issues with multiple police visit instead of a psychiatric intervention. Authorities affirm this transition and block hormones, blockers, and medication. Right? They backed hormones blockers and medication. It's kind of crazy, right? He killed his mother and his 11-year-old stepbrother at home. So I was wrong. It was not the father. It was the stepbrother, right? Then he went to the school and killed 5 kids and 1 teacher. More than 25 others got injured. So I was, closer on the money because I thought it was 6 dead, right? 6 dead include, well, it looks like 7 now because he killed the mother, his stepbrother, and he went to the school and killed 5 kids. So it's that 7, right? Allegedly, right? And 1 teacher. So 8 people this person killed, right? And more than 25 others injured. It's kind of crazy. So this guy, they're calling this person a female, right? Not realizing that that's part of the problem. That is part of the problem, right? Mental illness, right? Mental illness. This person suffered mental illness, right? And here's some medication, hormones, blocker, and medication. That's gonna help you. Like, how is that gonna help? How is that gonna help this person? Please let me know. This person is already unconscious, one with evil, and then you're gonna give them more hormones and medication to even make them more unconscious, deeper into hell, and you think that's gonna help them, right? Let's see the reaction of what these drugs and medication cause this person to fall into a more deeper and unconscious state, right? What am I watching? Is he like doing a acting as Joker, or like what's happening here, right? What's happening? Bro, what am I even watching? That's crazy. That's crazy, right? This is a crazy person, right? This is a crazy person. This person is lost, right? Lost. Already lost in the sauce because, they affirm his gender. He wants to, something is wrong with him, right? He's lost in his thoughts, imagination, anger. He has all of that things, right? Lost. Caught up with judgment. Judgment is one hell of a drug, right? And then they give him more medication to let this person go even deeper into hell, unconscious. The devil is now controlling his mind like 100%, right? Gone, lost. And this is how Canada operates. They're like, oh, yeah, mental health, transgender is a gender, and we're gonna legalize it and make it a gender, Not realizing these people are one with evil, right? They're lost. And you want to affirm the evilness that is inside of them, right? You want to go and affirm the evil inside of them. Cause check this out. I got this video, right? Deputy Commissioner McDonald's label. Wait, let me pull it up over here so you guys can see, right? Let me pull it up.
So suspect is identified.
So let me pull it up so you guys can see. Right. So it says here, says right here, RCMP Deputy Commissioner McDonald's labeled the BBC trans shooter, who is a male, with the biological term female. This is the issue that we're having. We're having these lost people that are evil. This commissioner, right? They will not stand up for the truth. They will not, because their job is more important, right? Their job is more important, and I mean, it's not. Can I say it's his job to stand up for the truth and protect these children? Not really, right? Not really. But as a police officer, you have a duty to do to protect the community and protect these people, right? I can say that, right? But he's so lost that the money comes first, right? Even if your job is on the line, would you stand up for the truth and say the truth? Would you? Right? And even if you stand up and say the truth, would people even listen to him? I don't know. But should you? Right? Can you make an argument and said, how is he up here calling the trans, the male a female, right? This is the problem that we're having in society, because these people, Canadians, are so lost, and it's mostly white people too, and the Liberal Democratic Party, they're so lost, right? They're so lost in their mind and trying to play mama and trying to make they want to make other people feel good about themselves, that they end up destroying the kids. They end up destroying the next generation of people because they can't see themselves, right? They're so lost that they can't. They're not the light to show the way. Right?
Identified as an 18-year-old female by the name of Jessie.
What a mess.
We have a history of police attendance at the family residence. Some of those calls were related to mental health issues.
We've heard all around the world reports coming out from different media, not local but world, and we've heard people from Tumbler Ridge, actually people that know the shooter, and they are all saying that this person is transgender. Why is the RCMP not speaking to this? Why are we hiding this from the public?
Well, first off, thank you for your question. We're not hiding it. In fact, you're the first media to ask the question. I will say this. We identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jessie...
What a beta male, beta!
So a suspect is identified as an 18-year-old female by the name of Jessie.
18-year-old female. That's kind of crazy.
We have a history of police attendance at the family residence.
So because someone wants to be called a dog, listen, that's how they want to be identified, right? We're going to call him a dog because that's what they go by on social media. That's what they want to be called. It doesn't mean you have to go with the lunacy that what they claim in their mind to be what they want to be, because that's just crazy, right? And you're encouraging these type of behavior. So when you see this mass shooting and these people are crazy in society and cause an issue, you can see that society itself is lost, right? And they won't stand up for the truth, and they won't lead by example. So when these children grow up and causing these death in society and these mass shooting, really, who is to be blamed for these issues, right? Who's to be blamed? The Bible says, listen, fathers, mothers, don't anger your children so they grow up in the light of God. Something along those lines, right? But these people are not doing it. They rather bend to the kids because, the kids knows better. The kids know what they want when the kids are lost in their mind, just as the parents are, right?
Residents. Some of those calls were related to mental health issues.
We've heard all around the world reports coming out from different media, not local but world, and we've heard people from Tumbler Ridge, actually people that know the shooter, and they are all saying that this person is transgender. Why is the RCMP not speaking to this? Why are we hiding this from the public?
Well, first off, thank you for your question. We're not hiding it. In fact, you're the first media to ask the question. I will say this. We identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jessie was born as a biological male. who approximately, the information that I have, approximately 60 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female both socially and publicly.
What a mess, right? What a mess of a show we're watching here. Right? This report, where does this report come from? I'm not too sure. The family in Tumber Ridge who woke up today without someone they love. Canada mourns with you. Is this Mark Carney? It sounds like a corny thing Mark Carney would say. Let me see. Yeah, it is him. It is him. Look, watch this guy. You're acting like he cares, right? He cares. Mark Carney cares, right? Right. This is his statement, right, from X.
Grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. Parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. The nation mourns with you. Canada stands by you. I've asked that the flags in the Peace Tower here and across all government buildings be flown at half-mast for the next 7 days.
Listen, your kid's transition, right? He kills people, and listen, we're just gonna raise a flag for you guys, okay? That's what you're given. Raise a flag. That's it. Raise a flag.
We will get through this. We will learn from this. But right now, it's a time to come together, as Canadians always do, in these situations, these terrible situations, to support each other, to mourn together, and to grow together. Parents.
To mourn together, we're gonna get through this. This is what they always give you. They always sell you this ludicrous of a performance, right? We're gonna mourn together. You know what I'll say to that? I'm gonna be like Christ. Jesus, Lazarus is dead. Lazarus is about to die or whatever. He's sick. Come save him. Whatever, right? Just said, man, let the dead bury the dead, bro. And this is what we're watching, right? Mark Carney, he's dead. He's dead. He's spiritually dead, right? He doesn't care. You think he cares? Not one bit, right? Because if he cares, and listen, you can't put your children guidance on the government, right? The government is not responsible for your children. You are, as a mother and father. You supposed to be the example. So when they grow up and they're in the world, right? And they see corrupt government like this passing laws like, yeah, you can be transgender. Yeah, you can do this. A male can be a female, and all these BS, bogus speech that they promote in society. Your child will be like, what is this guy talking about? This guy is evil. He's one with the devil, right? One with devil. And he can't help himself because he's in the darkness, right? He's in the darkness, right? And the people of Canada vote a government in that is in the darkness. So that tells me not all, but most Canadians, they're in the darkness. They're in the darkness. They can't see a speck of light, right? They can't see. And they love their misery. They love this commotion that's going on now. I bet you they love it. They love it so much, right? That they can't get over it because it gives them something to talk about. It gives them a thrill. It gives them a way to escape the hell inside of them to react to the hell outside of them, right? So we give them an escape goat so they don't have to sit with the hell inside of them and be responsible for the hell and watch it and take responsible for it. They rather react, right? So they put in a government in that's going to cause more problem outside of them. So they don't have to sit with the hell and they can react outside, right? This is what I'm getting from this video right here, right? And Mark Carney's up here putting on a showcase personality. Oh, I care. But he doesn't care, right? Because if he cares, he wouldn't have these laws for these transgender people to be out here creating this craziness. And you, the parents, right? You're responsible for your children, right? You were not a great like example for your children, right? You were not, and that's why you have a kid out here thinking they can transition from a male to a female because of your emotional baggage. The will you impose evil onto the kid, right? You impose evil onto them. You impose that nastiness that you have inside of you, and I mean, you can't even help yourself, right? You can't even help yourself. It was done to you, and now you're doing it to your kids. It's trauma being passed down from generation to generation, right? From the beginning of time, this have been happening, right? And here we are today. And most people will never overcome it. They will never overcome it, right? Because they love the hell. And they rather react outside of them than sit with the evil inside of them and deal with it, right? Was this video finished?
Grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. The nation mourns with you. Canada stands by you. I've asked that the flags in the Peace Tower here and across all government buildings be flown at half-mast for the next 7 days. We will get through this. We will learn from this. But right now, it's a time to come together, as Canadians always do, in these situations, these terrible situations, to support each other, to mourn together, and to grow together. Parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers.
Yeah, mourn together. I ain't mourning with no one. You can go let the dead deal with the dead, bro. You know, I'm here living life. Right?
Speaker.
Life was given to you, right? By the Father, by the sacrifice through His Son, right? So, you know, this is a great example for Canada to do their more gun strict laws, right? To bring in more strict laws on guns. Like guns are the problem. Listen, guns are the problem, buddy. Guns are the problem, right? And this guy, you know, Nico, he's like, as I predicted, Mark Carney will use the Tumbler Ridge tragedy to come after legal gun owners, right? Canada does not have a gun problem. We have a mental health crisis. That's what this guy said, right? So let's hear what Mark Carney, your Prime Minister of Canada, has to say. Right?
Mr. Speaker, we have been here before. École Polytechnique in Montreal, the Islamic Cultural Center of Quebec City, La Loche, Saskatchewan, Humboldt, Saskatchewan, Potepic, Nova Scotia. Each time, it breaks us open. Each time, Canadians show who we are. Mr. Speaker, in the days ahead, there'll be important questions to ask, difficult conversations to have. We owe that to the victims and their families. Mr. Speaker.
We owe that to the victim and the families. Listen, I don't know what he's about to do, right? What the headline said, he's speculating that they're about to have a discussion in stricter gun laws, right? I mean, it might be a possibility that now it's a great opportunity for them to make more laws around guns, but how will that solve the issue, right? How will stricter gun laws solve the issues? It won't solve the issue. It will not, right? They can continue to put more rules and regulation in guns as much as they want. They can even throw all the guns away. It won't solve the issues because they can use cars, they can use knives, they can use bombs, they can use whatever else. So you can take all the guns away, like that will solve the issues, right? It won't. And your politicians do nothing but lie to you, and you think they care and they're going to protect you. They won't, right? Especially Canadian politicians. They won't. They have no love. They have no love, right? All they have is hate. And that's what it is.
I want to know.
But I want to know what you guys think about this video, right? We're moving to something more lightly. And we're not going to stay long in this live. It's probably going to be like an hour and a half something, right? But I saw this video, right? This video. I want to show you a female that has made it in life according to the world of man, right? But she's still poor. She's still poor. So the headline in this video says, woman spark conversation after admitting making over $500,000 has left her feeling sad and isolated. The wording is kind of off, or my reading is bad. It's probably both. A woman speak conversation after admitting making over $500,000 has left her feeling sad and isolated, right? It has left her feeling sad, right? Let's hear what she has to say.
Why nobody talk about how it feels when you get to a certain level of success after you've been prioritized for so long. I'm talking about this because I don't think my sisters and nobody really understand me when I say it hurts to try to be my best self. Like, I'm already made over $500,000. It already feels very lonely because none of my family can do the things that I want to do. And then I'm giving people money to do stuff with me. I'm buying their flights and trips because I don't want to hear I don't have it. It gets very sad. I think about, dang, do I want to keep building my multi-million-dollar company? Because I don't want to be by myself. And
what a mess of a woman. Or should I say female? She's a mess, right? She's out here doing things out of guilt and resentment. She has no love. All she have is hate, right? There's no love inside of her.
And then your mind frame, when you get to a certain amount of money, you don't even look at money the same. You realize this stuff is like, it's really like, it's physical, but it's really digital. And it's not as scarce as it's made to believe when you're privatized. Then people wake up like, how can I get some money? I don't think like that no more. It's money everywhere I look. And so it's just painful because I invited my best friend on a trip a couple years ago. I gave her $500 when she landed, put her in the Trump hotel. We was in Vegas. I paid for everything. She was talking to her boyfriend the whole trip. She was ready to go home. I just felt so stupid because it was just like, I felt like she needed a break, but she didn't have no money. I was going on a trip. I'm just trying to over accommodate people because I feel guilty. I want to know why nobody.
So according to the world of man, right? This is someone that has made it. Someone that's, made it in life and should be happy, right? You chase the money, you chase the bag because the thoughts in your head tell you, you make the money, you make the bag, you're going to be able to travel the world and you're going to be happy. But no, she has made it. She has made it in life according to the world, right? She has no one in her family, no one in her friend circle that has that type of money to travel with her and to accommodate her on her trips, right? So they can have a good time, right? So you can go to place and she's not realizing that she's judging her family. She's judging her family, she's judging her friends. I'm making money, they're not, so she thinks she's better than them. So now, out of guilt and resentment, she's trying to give them money for them to come along with the trip. And she's not realizing that it's all about her. How she's feeling has nothing to do with her family. It's all about her. It's all about her. And she only wants them to come on the trip so she can feel good about herself, right? That's it. And she's not realizing that she's still poor. Even though she makes $500,000, she's still poor. She's so poor, it's crazy to see, right? And when she goes to bed at night, nice photo here with champagne, nice view, enjoying life. That's what they portray on social media, so you can buy into their false illusion and their showcase personality. So you think, oh, I need that. If I have that, my life is gonna be so happy, because that's what she was sold. She was sold the same thing by other people. You make this amount of money, you're gonna be happy, your life's gonna be amazing. And she gets it, and she realized something is missing. She realized something is still missing in her life, right? But the thoughts set her up and tell her, listen, if you make this money, you're gonna be happy, right? She's not realizing that she's still poor. She's so poor, it's amazing to see how poor she is. And at night, she cries at night. She cries at night, right? What a mess. And you out here chasing after that lifestyle, right? You're out here chasing after things. Oh, once I get it, I'm gonna be happy. Crazy. So, we have another clip coming up, which is straight up, I show you how evil come true females, right? This is how evil females are, right? And this is your mother. This is your father. This is your friends. This is everyone you know, including yourself, right? A jury in Louisville, right? Recommended 65 years in prison for a convict rapist, kidnapper, and an activist. Judge cut it in half, right? Because he's black. The convict made crystal clear. The convict made crystal clear he didn't have any remorse and didn't care about the victim. Watch this. That's kind of crazy, right? But mama cannot help herself but judge and feel bad for this guy, right? 65 years in prison for the convict rapist, kidnapper, and activist. Judge cut it in half, right? Because he's black, right? Mama, and this is your mama, you know. Daddy's putting down the rules. Mama feel bad for you. Mama's trying to save you because Mama's trying to play God, right? Mama is up here trying to play God, right? And this is the outcome. Where's the full? Yeah. Right.
But Judge Davis thought the jury's recommendation was too long. She feels he hasn't mentally matured yet and never had a real shot at getting any help early in life.
But if you were to come in here and instead of being hurt and angry, which is what this court hears, right, as a 20-year-old African-American male that has been, experienced this society, etc., and you would show that, yes, okay, this is the situation, this is who I am, I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be in jail for forever.
Thompson repeatedly stated he did not care, not about his sentence, the victim, or her family. But Judge Davis emphasized she's the one that holds the pen, and regardless of what the media may think, she applies the law.
And you still want women to be in power making decisions? When, you were never given a chance at life, okay? You were never given a chance at life. I don't care what the court says. I'm gonna give you the sentence that I think that you deserve, because you're up here, you're hurt, and she's up here looking at this guy as one of her nephew or sons or whoever, right? And he's black, and she's like, I feel bad for you, so I'm gonna give you half of what the sentence should be, right? She's literally saying she feel bad for him, right? And she's trying to give him a second chance, right? That's kind of crazy to me.
To her, 65 years was an extremely long time. As she puts it, it's his whole life, one she doesn't believe should be spent entirely behind bars.
This court does not believe that Mr. Thompson, if given the resources that he can get while incarcerated, is beyond being rehabilitated. Right?
If he had the resources, it would not turn out like this. How do you know that? Are you God? You're trying to play God, telling us if he had the resources, he wouldn't turn out like this. That's a lie. You don't know that. Because there's a lot of people with these resources, and they're crazier than this guy, right? They're crazier than this guy. So you don't know. The devil come through these females, bro, and you want these females to be in power and letting these criminals out when they shouldn't be let out, which is kind of crazy, right? And this guy, the same spirit that is within this guy was the same evil spirit in the active male shooter that they're trying to call a female in Canada, right? Same spirit. But you, the audience, you're sitting there and you be like, I would never do what the transgender did or what this guy did, you know. Allegedly, right? He raped the woman. He gun pointed her, if I remember the story correctly. Gun pointed her, you know, rape her. And it was in the wrong area too, what I've heard, allegedly, right? Took her to 8 a.m., robbed her, brought her back in her own car, and then rape her again. What a mess, bro. What a mess, right? I'm like, this story is kind of crazy. And then the judge cut it in half, right? The judge cut it in half.
It's the crime because
and we got man, the world is crazy. The world gone mad. That's what I've realized. The world has gone mad, right? Just give me a second. The world has gone mad, bro. Right? Because this guy, right? Says Hitler was not Palestine. It was not Palestine, so Islam loved the Jews. What? I don't even know what that means, right? Exactly. Good thinking. Flint, Hitler was whatever. Michael Moore says Jews should stop attacking Palestinians because the real enemy is the white Christians. All right, the real enemy is the white Christians. Like, what's happening here, bro? The world is a mess, right? The world is a mess. Let's hear what this guy have to say.
what is the crime? Because according to my knowledge of history, the enemies of Israel who have been persecuted, the Israelis, the Jewish people of this world have been persecuted for 5,000 years. But for the last 2,000 years, most of the persecution has come from white, European-centric Christians. That's been your enemy. No Palestinian helped to build Auschwitz. No Palestinian stood on the docks of New York City when boatloads of Jewish refugees trying to escape the Holocaust came here to be protected by this country and were turned away at the docks in New York and sent back to Germany to die. No Palestinian did that. No Palestinian ran the Spanish Inquisition. Your enemy is not the Palestinian people. It is white Christian European people who have been slaughtering Jews for the last 2,000 years. And let's just call it for what it is. But why are they in an open air prison? Why are 2 million of them in an open air prison? What is the...
Is this guy even okay, bro? See, this is the thing. People tell you, read history, know your history. If you don't know history, history is going to repeat itself, right? But if you realize it's the same people that are reading history and they know history, they're the one repeating history themselves, right? Because they can't do nothing but judge. They can't do nothing but judge people. It's the white man. No, it's Hitler. No, it's the Germans. No, it's the Palestinians. Everyone is blaming each other for their problems. Everyone is blaming outside problems. Everyone is doing it. The blacks are blaming the whites. The whites are blaming the Jews. The Muslims are blaming the Jews. The Jews are blaming the Muslims. Like, everyone is blaming each other for their problems, when really it has nothing to do with anything outside of you, right? Your own problem is within you. You're only trying to escape the problems, escape the evil inside of you by reacting to other evils outside of you. You're distracting yourself from the evil within, right? That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to escape it. And let's say, you get rid of the white man, the white European people, because they're the one that turn the Jews away. They turn the Jews away. You get rid of the white people. That you think that's gonna solve the problem? Let's say the Jews leave the Middle East, give the Muslim, give Palestine their land back. You think that's gonna solve their problems? No, it will never solve their problems, right? Because you're only pointing on the outsource that's outside of you, right? Instead of looking within, because the kingdom of heaven and peace is within you, right? You're reacting to the evil that is inside of you, that are telling you these things. It's telling you, if you get your land back, you people will have peace, right? If you get rid of the Jews that are causing problems in America, causing the West to fall, you will have peace. The mind is telling you all of these things, and you're believing it. And guess what? When there's no when you don't have the Jews to fight with, or the whites to fight with, or the blacks to fight with the blacks, or the white to fight with the blacks, guess what? You're gonna find something else outside of you to cause more issues, right? You're gonna find something else to cause yourself more issues, because you're running away from the problem. You're running away from the evil within inside of you. And you will not take the time to sit down and see that it's not you. There's something driving you and causing you to think this way, and wants you to cause chaos on the earth. The evil inside of you wants you to cause chaos on earth. You're not realizing that, right? Which is interesting. You rather blame other people for your problem than look within, right? And everyone does that, right? Everyone does that. And I guess we have a great example of that coming up right here. This is a great example of that clip. Great example of what I just said, right? Body cam footage surface of Ohio inmate Joseph Hunter stamping out female, what is it? Correctional officer after she pepper sprayed him during a disagreement at the Trimble County Correctional Institution, right? So we're gonna break this video piece by piece, because it was sent to me by someone, right? I saw the video, but I didn't even watch it because I didn't even care to watch it. But they asked me my thoughts on it, and I'm like, I really don't care. I'm not God. It's like, what do you think should happen? And I'm like, since you want to hear what should happen, okay, let me break it down, right? I didn't have to, but it's here. We're gonna tap in, right?
Step off.
We are with each other.
Yeah.
Hey, Bama, go. Hey, when you go out there, man, please go get a white shirt, bro.
The white shirt's
man,
coming
tell them
over
it's an
here
emergency,
because
bro.
of a shakedown.
It ain't about the shakedown.
Okay,
I don't care. You can do that every day.
What's it about that?
Come on, like, ma'am, you just woke me up out my sleep for no reason.
It's a random shakedown.
I haven't disrespect you. I never had a jack ticket in my life.
Okay. What does that have to do with me? It is though.
It do
It
got
still hasn't
everything
been
to
shook
do.
down since you guys moved in there.
Come on, you thought that motherfucker was laughing at you earlier. You looked at me and then looked like this, like, come on, man, we all see.
What are you talking about? You need to step off. Go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck about that tape on the ground. You need to go somewhere else.
Please stop cussing at me. I'm not cussing at you. Please
Hey, go ahead and just cuff up then.
Please stop cussing at me.
OSCR 15 12S. Go ahead, cuff up. Turn around.
Now, please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Cuff up for what?
Because you want to see
Please
white
don't
shirts?
do that. I'm
They got
asking
white
you
shirts
to-
inside.
I'm just asking
Turn
you.
around.
I'm just asking you. Please don't
Turn
do that.
around
Ask you.
and cuff up. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Ask you.
It's the last time I'm saying it.
Please
Turn around and
don't
cuff
do
up.
Please don't.
Cuff up! Get the fuck off her! Get the fuck off her!
What a mess.
Like, I'm trying to tell you, like for real.
I'm not calling a white shirt. If you would like to grieve the situation, you can grieve. Then that's fine. I'm not calling a white shirt. Are you having a mental health crisis? Do I need to send you to TPU?
Wait, what just happened, bro? Is there a longer version of this video? Because I'm confused now. Like, what? What is happening, bro? You know, he just stamp her out. He just stamp her out, bro. Wait, what? You just stamp. So from what I get to understand regarding this video, right? The guy, you end up in jail. I don't know why. I forgot why. Someone was telling me why, but I don't know if it's true, right? You end up in jail. He says, listen, I'm just here to do my time. I'm not here to get in trouble. I just want to do my time. I don't want no ticket. I don't want no problems, right? So apparently he was in his cell sleeping, and she pulled him out. I don't know why, right? I don't know why, right? But he's asking me, is this justified? Is this she pepper sprayed him? He didn't do anything. Is it justified him going off on her and stomping her and doing all of these things that he did to her, right? And I'm like, I don't care, right? But I'm like, okay, let me watch the video. Let me give my 2 cents on it, right? He wants to get home, or he doesn't want to get himself in trouble, right? But he's not realizing that he judged her, right? He's like, where did it actually really start? I'm going to show you where it started, right? The egos, right? Both egos got offended. Right? He's sleeping. She disrespected. She's disrespecting him, and she woke him up. And
Go ahead and just cuff up.
And they're both judging each other, right? They're both judging each other, and this is where it started escalating, right? Because the pride and the ego of both of them, especially the female too, right? The male have the same issue too. They both have the same issue. They're not realizing that they're both taking this issue personally, right? And because they're taking it personally, they start judging each other. And they're like, well, you're disrespecting me. And it's like, you know, and that's where it went off. Watch this. That's where the issue starts happening.
Shook down since you guys moved in there.
Come on. You thought that motherfucker was laughing at you earlier. You looked at me and then looked like this. Like, come on, man. We all
What
see.
the fuck are you talking about? You need to step off. Go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck about that tape on the ground. You need to go somewhere else.
Please stop cussing at me. I'm not cussing.
She said, go somewhere else, right? Go somewhere else. He could have just gone somewhere else, but he's like, please don't cuss at me. Now he feel disrespected. Who feels disrespected though? You're not realizing that the devil tells you she's disrespecting you. This could have all been avoided, right? He could even let the female get herself in trouble, and you could even lighten his sentence, right? But the ego and the pride is so they're just caught up in it, right? The emotional feeling, because they're judging each other. You're disrespecting me. They feel some type of way, right? Watch this.
Hey, go ahead and just cuff up then.
Please stop cussing at me.
Oh,
Now she's like, cuff up. And her pride of being the authority, right? Having no way to see, because now she's feeling disrespected too, because they're both judging each other, right?
15 and 12 less. Go ahead, cuff up. Turn around.
Please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Cuff up for what?
Because you want to see
Please
white
don't
shirts?
do that. I'm
They got
asking
white
you
shirts
to-
instead.
I'm just asking
Turn
you.
around.
I'm just asking you. Please don't
Turn
do that.
around
Ask you.
and cuff up. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Ask.
It's the last time I'm saying it.
Please
Turn around and
don't
cuff
do
up.
Please don't.
Oh, see, that's where it starts. That's where it went downhill, because her ego is hurt, her pride is hurt, his ego, his pride is hurt, right? And now the devil owns them. The devil owns them, right? And they're not realizing that whatever he's doing to her and she's doing to him, they're doing it to each other. They're doing it. They're not even. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with him, and it has nothing to do with her. But it has everything to do with the feeling that you're feeling inside. You're burning inside at this point, and that burning feeling is what's driving you to defend the ego and also the pride that comes with it, right? And that ego and pride is now controlling you and causing you to react to this person. You're blaming the inmate, and the inmate is blaming you for how they're feeling, right? And now they're taking it out on each other.
Get the fuck off her! Get the fuck off her!
What a mess. He's gonna get more than a ticket at this point, right? He's gonna get more than a ticket at this point. Oh, this is from a different angle.
Are you?
So there's a different angle, right?
Stop the roll!
Listen, man. What is also what you, the viewer, need to even realize, that what's happening here is that he fed into the female ego, right? Female. This is why females shouldn't be in power, because they love to egg things on, and you shouldn't be so complicit with feeding her, right? Because she's in authority power, right? And it makes her feel like the big boss, and it makes her feel good, right? And you're feeding into it, feeding into her passive aggressive evilness nature that's inside of her. And it's only going to make it worse, because you feed into it and it escalate her to spray a pepper spray in your face. And it has nothing to do with him. It's just the ego inside of her keeps building up, and then action. Because, you know, the more you feel and the more you judge, the deeper you go into darkness, and darkness is just going to take over, and you're going to do dumb, stupid stuff, right? And that's what we're witnessing here, dumb, stupid stuff. And it could have all been avoided. It could have all been avoided. Right? You could let her hang herself. You could let her hang herself, and I'm not talking physically here. You could let her hang herself where she's the one that just pepper spray you and you took it, right? And then you file a complaint, and she would be the one getting in trouble, and lighter sentence, everything will be on her side. But you were so lost in your pride and imagination and how you felt that you couldn't see how to properly deal with the situation or properly be the light for her and lead by example, because you are the example. You are the one that made in the image of God, and the female is made from you, right? So you could still be the light for her, right? Because you are the light. You are the image of God, right? As the male, right? Which was just so interesting to me, right? And we're just showing evil all over the place, man, because evil, it's all over the place. The same shooting that came with the transgenders, right? The same shooting the same thing that caused a transgender to shoot up and kill 6, 7, 8 person and 25 injured in Canada, right? Allegedly, right? According to report, right? It's the same issue that the inmate and the correctional officer, is the same spirit that's inside of them. Same spirit. There's no difference, right? They're dealing with the same issues. Same issues you're dealing with in your mind, right? Because the devil demands to own you. And you want to give him your life. You want to give your life away to the devil, right? Same issues. Everyone struggles with the same issue, right? And watch this. I think it starts at 30. I'm going to skip a little bit here, right? So as we can see here, cops don't know what they're really doing, right? But New York PD officer shot suspect who attempt to stab another officer with a knife, right? And females, they're not built for these circumstances, bro. They're just not, right? You can call me whatever, sexist, misogynistic, whatever you want to call me, but that's just the reality. That's just the reality, right? So this is what went down, right?
That's nice.
No, it's like SWAT.
Huh?
Like SWAT.
Oh, I thought you said you're sweating.
Funny enough, the NYPD doesn't have SWAT. Four boy shots fired. 10-13. Shots fired. Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Hold on. It closes?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're showing us the full breakdown.
7th floor, right? Yes.
So they're using paper to keep the door open, right? They're using paper to keep the door open.
Try again, maybe.
And it's gonna fall, I think. And the guy come out of the elevator, bro. That's crazy. Did he stab him? I can't even tell. Did he stab him? Hey, let's see if we can do some slow motion here. Because I think he got stabbed, bro. Pretty sure he got stabbed, right? Where do you slow it down? I'm pretty sure you can slow it down. Whatever, right? So we're going to see if it come.
Central, shots fired, Mason. Drop it! Drop the knife!
What a mess. What a mess that is. So you're going to sit there and say, oh, I would never do that. What causes someone to go there and just grab a knife and try to kill someone? Or a transgender person grab a gun and injured 6 people, or kill 6 people and injure 25, right? Same spirit that you're talking to. Same spirit, same mind that is telling you, you judge your friend in your mind, even though you laugh in front of their face, and behind you talk behind them, and you're talking them, but yet you're judging them in your mind and saying things about them, and you have a scenario going in your mind. Same spirit, same evil everyone is struggling with, right? You may not go and shoot up a school, you may not try to kill an officer, but in your mind you're judging your fellow friend, you're judging your family, you're judging your sister, whoever you're judging, you're just the same. There's no difference. You may not act on it because laws are out there to prevent people from committing crime, and you don't want the consequences. But didn't Jesus say on the Sermon on the Mountain, if you're going to the altar and you're bringing your tithes to the altar, and you remember that you have grudges against your fellow man or your fellow brother, you must go and forgive so you can enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? You have to forgive, because you're out there judging in the mind, you're not realizing you're one with evil. It's the same evil that is causing the transgender and this guy to attack the police officer. You have the same spirit inside of you. You're no different. If anything, you're worse, because you're only playing a facade. You're putting on a showcase personality, right? To have them judge you and think you're a good person, and really you're not, because in your mind you're a murderer. In your mind you're committing murder, right? So how are you any better, right? And that's where I'm just trying to get with that. Just kind of crazy, right? So everyone that you can think of yourself, they're struggling with the same issues. You might think I'm better than them, I'm better because I'm not gonna do that. No, you're actually worse, and you're not realizing, because you're out here judging them and you're not looking within. Right? That's how bad it is. But we're gonna let this ad play, because I saw this news and I was like, bro, this is crazy. This is the problem Canada has, bro. Canada is perpetuating the same problem that they just encountered. They just encounter a transgender, right? Shoot up a school in BC Columbia, or according to report, wherever it was, right? This is the same issue. You have a Montreal couple wants Quebec to legally recognize them as parents. Three males, bro, that are in a relationship. They want to adopt kids, and guess the gender? A girl. A girl, bro. A girl, right? And I'm like, this is kind of crazy, right? But let's play the video.
For the last 7
It's low. How do you crank it up? It was up, and here we go.
For the last 7 years, Jonathan Bédard, Eric Leblanc, and Justin Maheu have been waiting to become parents together, something that officially happened yesterday.
She's perfect, of course. Like any, she's curious, she's energetic, she loves to play, she loves to jump, she loves to dance.
They adopted their 3-year-old through Quebec's Youth Protection Services, but first had to be
What a mess!
Approved as foster parents, something that required a lot of work and openness, they say, to their relationship.
We had a lot of things to go through in order to be able to be to have that accreditation. And it's through that process that they learn that we are a little different because we're 3, but we're not different from any other family.
Some other Canadian provinces, including Ontario and British Columbia, legally recognize more than 2 parents. Quebec does not. Last April, a Quebec Superior Court judge ruled the government has a year to modify the civil code to allow a child to have more than 2 recognized parents, saying the current situation is unconstitutional and violates the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms since it discriminates against different family models. Quebec is appealing the decision. The Justice Ministry declined our request for an interview, saying they won't comment since the matter is in court.
We think that either way it might go all the way to the Supreme Court, but we're saddened from the fact that we're not backed by our own government, which is supposed to be an open government that wants to help every single family.
While the law doesn't recognize all 3 as parents, they say they're sharing the responsibilities equally and doing.
So you're telling me not only that they want to confuse the kids even more, and not to be, you're born as a girl, you can be a male, or you're born as a female, or a girl, you can be a boy. If you're born as a boy, you can be a girl. Not only that, they want to confuse the kids on that, but they also want to confuse you on that you can be in a throuple and still make babies even if you're with the same gender, right? Which you can't. That's why you're adopting, right? And what they're not telling you is that why are you even with the same gender? It's because you hate females. You hate females. That's why you end up with the same gender, and then you're trying to adopt a baby girl that you hate as a grown-up female woman. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense that you're gonna adopt a female girl that you hate the other gender, and you're in a relationship with the same gender. It just doesn't make sense, right? Because that's hatred. That's how you end up in that category, right? Because of hatred, right? And they're only with each other because of sex. They're only with each other because of sex. What else? Nothing more. And they know they can't reprocreate, so they have to adapt, right? So how do you think this little girl is gonna be raised, right? What good is gonna come from 3 bisexual male raising a little girl, bro? Like, this is just crazy. And you hear these people out here, you're in the Epstein file, when really they're like, protect children. Okay, you can't have these pedophiles out here taking these children away when the same government is out here giving little girls and boys to same-sex couples that are into sex, because that's the only thing they're into, sex, to get sex, right? Because they can't get it anywhere else, because they hate the females, because the females not give it to them how they want it. They're looking for love from the female that their mother give to them, and they can't find it, so they only want to use female, and because of that, they hate them for it, and now they're with their same gender, because the same gender is looking for the same thing, right? They're all looking for the same thing, no matter what gender you are, until you overcome it, right? And now they're out here raising a little baby girl, bro. This is just crazy to me.
Doing whatever they can to create a stable home and secure future for their daughter.
We talk about what.
Hold on. I gotta point this out. Hold on.
Parents, they say they're sharing the responsibilities equally.
Bro, they have no love. I'm just gonna point out, they have no love. They have no love, right? None whatsoever.
And doing whatever they can to create a stable home.
This kind of weird, bro.
And
That's
secure
weird.
future for their daughter.
We talk about what come up if we split up, or if someone dies and stuff like that. We do anticipate those things because we have to, because we're not protected if it doesn't.
And after what it has taken to get here, they're enjoying this moment.
We are lucky to be 3 to give her all that support, but I think we're the lucky ones to have her in our life.
Denise Roberts, CTV News.
Listen, let me know. I want to know how this story is going to be going in the next couple of years, because that's just wild to me. It's It's wild that this is a thing, right? And I think this is her last video. So this female, right? She's out here complaining. Right? They want to be equal. They want to be equal to a man, right? But when the time comes for them to be equal and do it the job of a male or of a man, male, right? Let's use male, right? Right. This is the issue, right? Truck driver calls out men for not helping her unload shipment, right? You went to your employer and you signed a contract to do the job, and then you're out here complaining, right? You're out here complaining. Let's hear what she's complaining about.
Dear warehouse man, please let me explain to y'all how fucking annoying and creepy it is for y'all to fucking sit there and watch a bitch unload her whole motherfucking truck. Like, that's so fucking annoying to me. That is creepy. Like, you just literally stand there and watch me. Literally watch me unload my truck, and you're just standing there. And then whatever other truck drivers are in the bays next to me come over there and stand and watch me. Now I feel like a fucking circus freak show because y'all are watching me unload my goddamn truck instead of fucking helping. Like, what kind of men are y'all? That shit blows me. It blows me. Then y'all want to hold small talk. Bitch, I'm working. I don't want to talk about how long I've been driving and do I fucking like it. Y'all so...
So she's blowing a tantrum, right? She's blowing a tantrum. Listen. You guys want to be equal, right? You want to be like a man or like a male. You want to be like a male because you weren't raised right? You weren't raised right. And now you get the job, the employer is paying you to do the job that you signed the contract for, and you're complaining, saying, these males, loser, waste man, right? Words to control you, to get you to do what they want, right? They're not helping me. You're watching me unload a truck. You're watching a B word unload a truck, and you're just standing there watching me, and you wouldn't help me. And then after, you want to make small talk, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, right? I thought you guys wanted to be equal to a male. I thought you guys say you're strong and independent. Where did that go? That just went out the door when you're supposed to be equal to a man and do the job of a man that you think you can do? You were given a role by God, but guess what? You hate the role that God gave you, and you hate the role that God gave a man to do. And I'm going to say a man because a man of God is a man that is returned to the Father, right? You hate them for that. And not only that, you're judging them for the role that they're doing for the job. And you can't do it, so you hate them for it. You hate them for it again. So, listen, man. And this is why females should not be in workforces. And I'm going to stand on it, right? I don't care what no one says. God give you a role to be at home, to take care of the home, right? And man was given the role to till the ground till they go back to it. So you can be out here complaining as much as you want. You are the one that you choose to do this job. You choose it, right? So this is what it comes with, right? And I think that's the stream for today. What the short stream, but I think it was good, right? And that's the show, man. But guess what? There was another clip that I wanted to react to, but the same spirit that caused the transgender to shoot up that school, caused the guy try to stab the cop, And what else do we cover? We cover a bunch of other stuff. The what else? The guy that raped the woman, he raped the woman and he was getting a sentence. The same spirit is in the guy, and the same spirit is in the judge that is empathetic and feels sorry for the guy because he wasn't given the tools to be better in society. And even if he got the tools, it has nothing to do with the tools, right? Because even if they got the tools, he's probably worse. He's probably be out of jail because he'd be able to hire a good lawyer. I don't know how he would get away with it, but whatever, right? So everyone is struggling with evil because you have made the devil your father, right? Until you overcome, first you have to go and forgive your mother. Forgive your mother for what she has done to you, imposing her will onto you. Because judgment is one hell of a drug. It's like a roller coaster ride. You know something is wrong and you want to get off the ride, but you can't because you love it so much. You hate it and you love it at the same time, right? And that's the stream for today. Tomorrow we might be on depending on, what I have to cover, right? Depending on what I have to cover tomorrow. But man, thanks for sticking around. Like the video, subscribe, tune in, right? And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Katie.